Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead show. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. I'm here in the seedling room. And this is my second take on this video. I accidentally filmed my address in the last one, so I'm doing round 2 of the video. So here we go. Okay, look at those seedlings, y'all. Those peppers are looking good. The loofah is looking good with that true leaf sticking out. So these two will die off and the true leaves will come in. I did cut that cotton because the true leaf was coming in on it anyway. And those two leaves never did rebound. In fact, I cut it live in the last film. Okay, but that's been since deleted. Okay, so, yep. So the cotton, it should survive. Okay, my yellow moon is looking like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree here, but it's doing good. I felt it. It was doing fine. So I did add a little bit of water to the tops of these plants because all the seedling trays were dry. And then tonight, or I may wait until Saturday night, right before the trip, I may fill the bottoms up of the seedling trays, and that way I'll know that they'll get enough water while I'm gone. These are looking real good, and I need to add some perlite because I want to start adding a little bit of fertilization to these red cherry tomatoes. Even my regular flower is doing good. See that new leaf? And then that one came in. So it's doing really good. Okay, let's look at these. First of all, my beefsteak is looking really good under there. It has perked up. It's acclimating to the regular pot and soil really well. And everything else in here, let me see, the pineapple ground cherries. Looking at that. Okay, they doing all right. Everything's doing good. My yellow tomatoes are the ones that I don't like. Every one of them. The Charlie Brown Christmas tree one, this one has some leaves dying on it. I don't know exactly what I should do to it, but we'll see. I might do a do-over on the tomatoes because I have some purple Cherokees. I have some it's another variety that I have that you all will see in a minute. And I have some Marziano tomato seeds, which is for canning and making sauces. And Peach, after I saw you making that sauce yesterday, I thought about that. I was like, shoot, I might try to make some tomato sauce. So you inspired me. Okay, let's head on to the living room. Uh-oh, where's my paper? Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. I might have left it in the living room. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Yep, I must have because I don't see it back here. Okay, let's head to the living room, y'all. Once again, and excuse the mess. Y'all know right now I'm preparing for the eclipse. So therefore, wait a minute, I don't see the paper. What the heck did I do with it just that quick? Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, it's not there. Let me backtrack, y'all. Hold on. This has been a rough day for me. I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. Oh, paper right there on the doggone floor. Okay, so now I got a bend. Okay, I bent. Woo. Okay. Oops, now my foot done came out the doggone dirty slipper, okay? This is the Quirky Q bag that I'm taking to the eclipse event. And I'm also taking my watermelon bag right here. And I bought some extra eclipse glasses at Menards on yesterday. They were only 99 cents. Like I said, excuse my mess here. Y'all know. It'll be all right pretty soon. I'm going to clean up before I leave, though, because I hate going out of town and coming back home to a messy house. So I'm definitely going to be getting this hoard straightened up. Okay, y'all. We're about to get to the topic. I know I'm just fumbling and bumbling and rambling and gambling and all that. Okay. All right, so today's topic, and I'm not putting the camera on myself yet because y'all, wait a minute. Y'all know what happened to me. I got that strike from YouTube, and I apologize because I just didn't know. I should have known better trying to use Marvin Gaye's song for my little song. But hey, we can still sing it, but just without that music. So here we go, because that's tonight's topic. See the seeds. And this is a different see the seeds. It's not from our grow club or anything. It's going to be my seed bank. So y'all getting ready to see the seeds. Not all of them, but y'all gonna see most of them. And y'all know what's in my seed bank and how I organize it and all that. Okay, so trying to catch my breath so I can try to sing. Yeah, YouTube is not gonna mess up my one-hit wonder. My one-hit delusional wonder, okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Da, da, da. Now, see, now that I don't have music, I got to figure out how to intro the doggone song, okay? Do, 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 do. It's time to see the seeds. Do, do, do. It's time to see the seeds. Do, do, do. I picked up a lot of packets for you to put into the pockets of your jackets. So let's see the seeds. The seeds. No, I messed that up. Wait a minute. I picked up a lot of packets for you to put into the pockets of your jackets. So let's see the seeds. See the seeds. I should have left that alone, huh? Okay, let's see the seeds. Now, let me quit acting silly and turn this camera around, and then we can get started. Okay. I done wasted how many minutes now? Hold on, getting the junk out the way so I can set up the camera. Here we go. I done wasted 7 minutes with that. Okay, y'all. First of all, I took out the seeds that I'm going to plant this year. Those are the ones I'm going to go through one by one. Okay, and those are right here. Okay, but before we do that, I want to show you the seed bank. And before I do that, Renee, I have a message for you. I sent you an email. Check your email, your regular home, regular email. And I left everything that I needed to say in that. Okay, so check that out, please, 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 because I need to, I need to make a change. Okay. Okay, these are just kind of loose. This is my edible flowers, so I need to make a new category, and I need to store these in a new bag for the category. So right now they're loose. So it's my edible flowers. This can actually go into my flower category. That's the sunflower, the bottle gourd, and the milkweed. And I do have a little, what I did, Diana Renee, I have yours. Hold on, let me show it to you real quick here. So both of you, I had an extra primrose, evening primrose. So this will go to one of you, and then the other one will go to the other one of you. And what I did was, since I wanted some, I just poured just a wee bit into mine. So here they are. These are mine. Okay, so anyway, but you have yours right here. I wrote everything down and I got you all set. And so we'll get that straightened out next week once I return from the eclipse trip. Eclipse. Okay, so these are my flowers and edible flowers. But what I want to do is, hold on, let me make sure. Okay, this is edible. This is edible. This is edible and that's edible. I want to make sure I have this. I'm going to have to make a new edible flower category. But these can go into my regular flowers, which I will do once I open up the seed bank. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I've been looking for, they have actual seed holders, but every one that I've seen is too small for my seed bank. I need something big, so I think I'm going to have to make my own again like I did with this. As you can see, it says seed bank, and I put all the seeds in plastic bag in alphabetical order according to category. So what I want to do is I need something bigger because right now I'm using 2 of these tubs. One is missing a top. So I'm going to have to get organize this a little better because my seed bank has been growing for the past couple of years here. But I just wanted to show it to you. Right now, this is how it looks. And like I said, I'm going to go to the dollar store or somewhere, Walmart, wherever, and I'm going to get a nice, I want a clear tote so that I can look in it, be able to see my seeds right away and get to them if I need to. Okay, so we took the top off. Okay, so they're in alphabetical order according to category. So this is my beets. Next to that is my cold crops, and as you can see, the bag is bursting, so I'm going to get, once I buy a bigger container, I'm going to also buy some of the gallon, either the gallon or half-gallon size Ziplocs, so that I can hold more seeds, because right now, some of these are in, the categories in 2 separate bags because I ran out of room. This is my cucumber category, some of them, because the ones, remember, the seeds that I took out to plant this year, they still have to be put up at the end of the season. This is the eggplant. Then this is my, and I'm going in alphabetical order. So now we're at F. This is my fiber category, which this contains the cotton, the loofah, and I also added the coffee to that. I have some coffee seeds that I purchased from M.I. Gardner. And I've yet to grow a coffee plant because in my last greenhouse, I was going to do it because you can grow coffee in Michigan in the greenhouse, and then you bring it in and you overwinterize it inside of your house, and it's just a plant, and it'll survive well. It just won't put off any beans during the winter. Well, I didn't really trust that greenhouse the first year because it got hot and everything, but I just didn't want to do it. And I'm glad that I didn't, because you see what happened with the greenhouse. If I had started that coffee plant, although it wouldn't have been in there, but still, you know. So now with me getting the new greenhouse, and this is the coffee seeds, with me getting a new greenhouse, I think that I will start the coffee seeds. And what I will need to do is plant these coffee seeds during the winter, so I can plant them like in November, and you get the plant started over the winter, and it's just like a regular house plant. And I'll run the grow light over the winter, take care of it, and then next summer or next, May, I will just put it out in the greenhouse, let it grow. It doesn't produce, I think you have to wait till year 2 before they produce the beans. It's either that or they produce the beans, but you're not supposed to use them for the first year because they're tart or something like that. I have to go back to M.I. Gardner's video about growing the coffee, and then I'll know for sure. But I know it's a year that you skip. It's almost like asparagus. You know how with asparagus, you have to skip like the first year or 2. I skipped both years. Okay, and then this is my flowers. And so now let me put these non-edible flowers in there. Let's go on and do that because these will not, I've already planted my milkweed. I decided that I'm not going to do the gourd this year. I want to see how y'all gourds look first because I don't know how big they're going to get. So, and with my space back there, and speaking of which, I went back there today to check the cold crops, and they were doing excellent, as I halfway expected. The groundhog thing was doing good, and that backyard looks so much better, y'all. It's still a mess, but just getting rid of that junk, that greenhouse stuff, and then I threw away some other things that I didn't need back there, and I still have a few more things to throw away. It just looked better, because my sight line is just all yard. So you know that once it's cut and once I get the rest of those leaves up, it's going to look halfway decent. Okay, then still in the F category, we have fiber, then flowers. Now we're into the fruits. So this is my fruit category. Then we go to G. And, oh, we go to grains. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, we are at G. So we have the grains, and that's wrong. No, that's right. Okay, grains. Okay, so this is my grain. So I have corn in there. I have the rice seeds. Remember, I bought the rice seeds from M.I. Gardner. I'm not going to try the rice this year. I'm going to do that next year in the greenhouse. And I have oats, and I had wheat, but that wheat disintegrated on me. So, but I do have oat seeds right here. They still look pretty good. And so I just got that for grain because I was thinking with prepping and stuff, what if something happens? I can grow that rice. I can grow, I looked at the wheat, and I can also grow the oats. And with my KitchenAid, with me getting that, I got this attachment, I can mill it. And I have a, what you call it, a processor too. I can mill my own flour. So that was the reason for me doing the grain category. And I need to buy some more grains, to tell you the truth. I need to replace that wheat. Okay, then we have the green beans. So this is two separate ones. This is my this is my pole beans. I used to have it all mixed, but now it's not enough room. This is the pole beans, and then I have the bush beans right here. And I need to label that other thing. Then we have the greens category. So this holds all my collards and greens and my Swiss chard in there. Then we have the herbs. I'd never plant herbs, but I do have herbs. Okay, and in that herb, I have some perennials. And this one perennial that you're seeing here, this was going to go into the, these perennials were going to go into the keyhole garden, but I'm not going to plant them this year. And it's called Good King Henry Spinach. It comes back every year. And the other thing that I got that's a perennial, Mammoth Satisfy, it's the Mammoth, and it's called Satisfy. I've never had that before, and I wanted to get some Egyptian walking onions but I hear that'll take over your yard. So that's something I would probably plant at the back where that tree is and where the flowers and stuff are back there. Then they can walk all they want to. And then also I have some purple rutabaga, which is also, and they gave that to me as a gift. That's also perennial. So that's in there. So I probably won't plant the perennials this year, but I put it in the perennial and herb bag. Okay, then we have the lettuce. So I have quite a bit of lettuce in here. And then we have okra. Under the O category, all my different varieties of okra. And I can't wait to add that white okra to it. And then we have onions. I don't have too many onions. This is my first year ever planting onions, and I just did it to try it. Okay, then we go to the other thing, and it's not too many left in here. We have I have some actual potato seeds in here. See, and they're not seed potatoes, but they're actual. In fact, I want to show them to you. If I can find them, because they're so small. Here they are. These are true, these are true russet potato seeds. So, and I ordered these because, and they were only like $1. I ordered these because I said, what if something happens and we can't get potatoes? This is how potatoes all started, with the seed, okay? And then you get your potatoes, and then you start, you can plant your seed potatoes, but these are actual potato seeds, okay? Then in here, I also have my peanut varieties. I have Virginia Jumbo, which I planted this year that did very well, and I also have Spanish. 2 years ago, we planted the Spanish peanuts, and they did very well. My sister and I both got peanuts. Not many, but we got some. Okay, then this is my this is my peas. I have pinto, and then it has my pinto, my Crowder peas, and my black eyed peas in here. So this is all the peas. And let's see, what else? The next one is my peppers. This is the sweet pepper category. And y'all know that I planted so many, and it's just the bag's not full, but I've got, you know, those little packets of seeds. And those are already planted for the year. Then we have, oh, I have a purple hull crowder pea bag. So when I said peas, I meant to say, because purple hull is written on there, but no, they're not. They're in their own bag right here. So I have the purple hull peas. I have the ooh, and these peas are looking kind of bad right here. I might have to toss that. I have my top pick pink purple hulls. I also have my white cream peas in there. And I don't know what this one is, but it doesn't look good. They look like they're disintegrating. And I've only had those seeds for a year. Okay, then we have the sweet peppers. Oh, I think I showed y'all that. And then we have the hot peppers. Okay, and I don't do hot, so, but I happen to have some. Then we've got the squash, and that bag is getting full. And last but not least, the mighty tomato. So I took out the tomato that I planned to plant, but let's see. I have Brandywine. I think that's the one I couldn't remember when I was telling you what tomatoes I have. I have the true beefsteak or Fiji improved. I have the classic beefsteak. And I also have the Cherokee purple. I did Cherokee purple, and then of course my regular tomatoes and my ground cherries, which are in the tomato family. I did the Cherokee purple a couple of years ago, and Raquel, the squirrel, I found out that squirrels don't just eat nuts. They like veggies. I've had squirrels to eat my collard greens, and this was back when I lived in my old house. Squirrels love mint. I'm telling you, don't ever plant mint around the squirrel. My squirrel over at the other place just ate all of my mint. And I had to bring one in the house because I had two. I had a spearmint and a peppermint. And so the squirrel, he gravitated towards the peppermint, which was good because I loved my spearmint water at night. And so I hurried up and brought that spearmint inside because after he devoured the peppermint, I knew he was going to get to the spearmint. So I brought that inside, and that's where I kept it until, you know, the leaves finally died off that winter. But anyway, yeah, that squirrel, they love peppermint. Yeah. And ironically enough, the squirrel never bothered my peanuts because I had them in a container outside, and squirrels climb. So they never bothered my peanuts 2 years ago. But what did the squirrel eat? My Cherokee purple tomatoes. I had those out where I planted them over there by where the keyhole garden is now. That was before I put in the keyhole garden, right on that little hill. And every time a tomato came on that darn vine, I couldn't get it picked fast enough. The squirrel would get it. So that was the end of that. So they weren't successful. So I might revisit those in the greenhouse, and because I want to try them. I keep hearing that Cherokee purple. If any of you have ever had Cherokee purple, let me know, because I keep hearing that they're good. Okay, so let's get on because we're at 23 minutes. I want to keep this at about 30. So let's get on to what I'm planting this year. Okay, we have the edible flowers here. This year, I'm going to plant the pot marigold for edible flowers. And that's going to go in that big pot in the front where I normally put my herbs. And I have some more of those pots. I just need to fill them up. And so if I want to do herbs this year, I'm not sure if I want to. I'll have to see something that I really want to do. Because I did a lot of herbs last year and I haven't even finished them off yet. I have some still drying right there on the wall, hanging on the thing. So I probably will not do herbs this year. So I can use that pot instead of for herbs. I can use them for the edible flowers. I'm going to do bachelor button. And these are going to get started right indoors when I get back. And also, oh, these two are bachelor buttons too. So I'm going to just plant from this one. Okay, so that's the flowers I'm doing this year. And let me put these other two away so that they don't get mixed up. So I'm doing that bachelor button and the pot marigold. And I think I have some more edible flowers in here. In fact, I know I do. Okay, and I did get a bigger bag for this. Okay, so this is what I'm doing, what I'm going to be planting this year. I plant squash specifically. Uh-oh, stuff is falling. I plant squash specifically for the squash flowers. And let me pause for a minute and talk about squash flowers. Those of you who know. Squash flowers, if you don't know, they are the most delicious delicacy. In fact, they sell squash flowers in stores, like a lot of your farm markets or your specialty stores, and they cost a pretty penny. Well, you can have your own. I always plant the crookneck squash. I don't even get it for the squash. I only get it for the squash flowers. And I'll plant maybe 3 or 4 of these for myself just for the flowers. And I just snip those flowers all summer long until they run out. And you have to watch out for bees. So if you get those squash flowers, make sure there's not a bee in it. Okay? And what you can do, I like to stuff the squash flowers. I usually take a little bit of Gouda cheese, and you can put anything in there, bacon, onions, meat, anything. But I like it with just the cheese. So I usually put a little bit of Gouda cheese. Then I put a little bit of cream cheese inside of the squash flower. Every now and then I'll do some bacon bits in there. And then that cream cheese, that Philly cream cheese, what you do is when you're ready to close the squash flower to fry it, then what you do is you take that Philly cream cheese, put it on the outside, and it works like a glue. And then you just fry it. You fry the squash flower. And they are delicious. It's a delicacy. And I'm telling you, there's nothing better than a squash flower. And last year, I found out you can eat the squash leaves. So I spent the whole year, every time them leaves would get big, and I didn't get the powdery mildew or anything like that. And I don't use pesticides. So every time a leaf got big enough, I would cut one of the leaves off and the stem, and I would stuff that, roll it up like an egg roll, and fry it. When I say that's more delicious than the squash flower, I mean it. And then the more you cut the stems and the leaves off, the more they grow and regenerate. Within a week, you have a new leaf coming, so you move on to the next leaf. If you have 2 plants, you'll get a constant rotation. But I'm doing 4 this year because I want more, okay? I'm greedy. And then, of course, I'm doing them for my sister, so I'm probably going to go through this whole pack. So this is going to be my biggest. I'm going to probably use 8 sales just for the squash alone. Because I was sick of my sister. She'll get some squash. I'd do her 1 or 2 or 1, and then she'd come over and still eat mine because hers wasn't generating because she has a family and stuff, so they're eating, and it's just me. So mine, I can control mine a little better. So she would be over here eating mine or wanting some of mine. Okay, now this is my eating squash right here. Patty pan, that's my favorite. I love patty pan squash. Now, I will get some flowers. Don't get me wrong. Especially if I don't have enough on the one. I'll sneak a patty pan flower and a patty pan leaf too. But I've got the white patty pan. I plan to plant just 1 seed of the white because the plant gets pretty big. At least in my keyhole garden, it took over half of the garden. I'm planting the green patty pan, and I'm also planting the yellow patty pan. I've only had the white, and I love it, but I want to try the other 2 varieties to see if I want to see if it's any difference in the taste and see if I like those as well. So I'm going to plant 1 seed of each. Okay? This is going to be new this year. I'm going to try my hand at planting some pinto beans along with my crowder peas. So this is a first for me, and I'm only going to plant 1 because I want to see how, well, no, I may go on and do 2. It depends because remember, I only have 2 of those 72 sale trays, so I have to make sure I don't fill them up. Okay, so, and then I have the bigger tray. So my beans are going to go in the bigger tray anyway, so I only have 16 sales in those. So I should be able to do okay because usually when I do my crowder peas, I usually do about 5. So this will be 9 if I do 5 crowder pea plants and then 4 of these or 3. And then I still have my top pick crowder peas. These are the white ones. Hold on. This is the top pick and they're white. I'm going to do a few of those probably. And I'm going to mix them with my other crowder peas. You know, I can mix them because I'm going to be doing the shoots. You know, the Danny from Deep South Homestead talk about the shoots. So I'm going to be doing the shoots and the peas themselves. But remember, it's just me, so I don't need a whole big giant bunch of them. Okay, I'm going to be doing my jambalaya okra, of course, and that's going to be done with the white. And so whenever that white okra gets here, I'll get that seeded right away or planted, sowed. But I'm going to do this as soon as I get back. And hopefully, my hope and prayer is that that doggone white okra gets here before I leave. I have to check my tracking. Okay, I'm doing, and this is an edible flour too. It's called borage. Yeah, it is a flour. And this is good for salads and pickles and, you know, it's good to flavor stuff. So I'm going to try that for the first time. Then, of course, you know, I'm doing the pot marigold and the sunflower. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you my new thing this year too. This is the San Marzano tomatoes. And this was a free gift. I had ordered some Italian lettuce or something from this lady, and she was in Italy, and that was the best lettuce. I wish I could find her again, but she sent me this too. So this came from Italy. So yeah, I'm going to try this. I'm going to plant 2 of them, 2 of the seeds, and see what happens. Okay, this is, the Nostradam, and that's an edible flower, or Nasturtium. Yep, it's an edible flower, so I'm going to be planting that. And I told y'all, the lettuce mix. That's the one I got yesterday because they didn't have these that first week. I'm going to try this lettuce mix. I'm going to just sow some right into that garden table where I have the cold crops now, and it should come up. In fact, I might go out there tomorrow if it ever stops raining and sow these. So let me leave this right here so I don't forget. Okay, what else we got? Okay, now on, this is my, I'm going to be doing my little finger egg, the wax beans, and I'm going to be doing my top pick beans too. I'm not doing the pole beans this year. I'm just going to do the top pick beans, and I didn't bring them out of the thing, so I have to go into my bag and get them. But I'm doing this yellow, the golden wax bean, as well as my other bush beans. Now this is a pole, I believe, but that's okay. I have my trellis, but I'm gonna still do these as well as the other ones. Okay, I'm doing the little finger eggplants. This is a staple for me. I do little finger eggplants every year. And I'm also gonna try the white eggplant. Okay, now this is the one, I usually do my burpless cucumbers every year. I decided to get and these don't need pollinating. This is the Parthenon. It needs no pollination, and this is the Diva variety, and it's a cucumber guaranteed to produce. So I'm gonna do probably 3 seeds of this just to make sure I get germination. And these can go right in the greenhouse, and they will grow just like a regular cucumber, and it won't need to be pollinated by a bee. Although nothing's ever bothered my cucumbers. I've never had bugs on them or anything. So those might, I might can leave those outside. Okay, and my biggie, I'm doing a lot of melons this year. Okay, I ordered the Crenshaw melon. I also ordered the Korean melon, and I've done these before. And if you go to Hollis and Nancy's channel, they talk about growing the Korean melon that they grow in Florida, and they call it chummy. And they use it to make little frosty drinks and stuff. So I'm gonna plant those, and I planted them last year, and what happened was it flowered and everything, and I did the self-pollinating because I never saw any bees around it. And I figured and this is in the cucumber family, so it grows just like a cucumber. It's exact to a cucumber, but it's a fruit. But anyway, my cucumbers didn't do well last year, so these didn't do well. Nothing bothered them. So these will probably go in the greenhouse as well as the other melons. And I'll just self-pollinate, or I'll take them out so the bees can pollinate them during the day, hopefully. And I have Minnesota melon. And last but not least, I'm going to be planting tiger Oh, Tigger melon. I prefer tiger, okay? But anyway, I'm planting the tiger melon. So those are my melons for the year. Okay, so that's it. That's going to be my garden for the year. So I might, depending on how many cells I have left in my seed tray, because I don't think I'm going to fill them all. And if I don't, then I might add some extra stuff to it. Especially once JD gets that greenhouse up, then I'm really going to be motivated. And at that point, I'm going to be like, okay, let me go on and throw some more things, because I want to see, I know it's a 20 by 10 by 7. It's 20 feet long, so it's going to expand 20 feet. My other one only expanded 8 feet, so I've almost tripled the size. But it's going to be 10 feet wide, which is pretty much the same width as my last greenhouse. And that was pretty wide. I had plenty of room in there. And then it's 7 feet tall. So it's going to be a taller greenhouse than my last one. So it's going to be bigger, but it's going to really appear bigger. And I can see where I can do some extra stuff in there. One thing I wanted to do was move that, where I had that garlic bed. I'm thinking that I'm going to move that bed inside of the greenhouse at some point. It might not be this year, but I want to do that so that I can have a ground garden in the greenhouse. I think that would come in handy. Either that, or I might buy another little garden table, just a small one, and stand it and, do a ground garden in there, like for okra or something like that. Okay, these are the ones I have to put away. Okay, so that's it. So, yep. So, yeah, I would advise all y'all to try squash, just for the squash flowers alone, because that is a treat, and you will thank me later, for those of you who've never had squash flowers. So, yep, so that's about it. We're at 37 minutes, so I've gone way over my time. So don't forget, Renee, check me out with that email, because it's very, very important. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here right now, and I'm going to get ready and do a little bit of cleaning. Oh, let me tell y'all what happened today, because I was telling y'all about my day has been just weird, okay? I was in the bathroom, and I had that Lysol, it's that Lysol cleaner with bleach that you use. So I was getting ready to wipe down my counters and stuff, and I noticed that the squirt bottle wasn't working good. And so I was telling my sister about it, and she was like, oh, get you a regular squirt bottle and just pour it in there, and so you'll have it. And I was like, that's a good idea. I said, I have a bottle outside. So I hadn't gone out to get it yet, but I'm still fiddling with this bottle. Guess what happened? All of a sudden, the whole squirt thing came off. The bottle hits the floor. Bleach went everywhere, all over the bathroom floor, all over me. So now I smell like bleach. The bathroom smells like bleach. And the towels that I had to sop that mess up with smells like bleach. So that's why I'm late this evening, because it took me a long time to get that mess cleaned up and off the rugs and all that stuff in my bathroom. And I had to throw all that mess in the washing machine. Then I had to bathe, and I still smell like bleach. I feel like I've been sprayed by a skunk. So I guess if I had a choice between the two, the bleach wins out. But dang, Okay, so I had that going on, and something else happened today. I can't remember what it was, but something else happened. I'm glad I forgot about it, because I don't want to remember it, whatever it was. So anyway, so that was my day today. Then I took a nap and didn't wake up till 5 this evening. So that means I'm going to be up half the night. But that's okay. I'll just get a little bit of cleaning done today to prepare for the eclipse trip. I just want to start washing and just cleaning up. I just like to have a nice clean house, so when I come back home and walk in, I don't have to have on my mind what has to be done and all that stuff. That's just one of my quirks. Okay, so let me get on off of here. We're at 40 minutes, so I'm going to get off right now and get started with what I'm going to do. And I will talk to you all later, and may God bless you all. Enjoy. And I skipped the eclipse stuff today, so because that'll send me into a whole new frenzy. But just know the weather is holding out. It looks as if I will get a chance. I will get that golden opportunity to see an eclipse. They are projecting the best states to view it in is Ohio, Indiana, and it's another state. I think it's either Illinois or Kentucky. We're the only 3 states. Those are the only 3 states where they're not projecting. We're going to have clouds, but they're projecting that it's not going to be total overcast. They're projecting that we're going to be able to see the whole thing and it won't obscure us or anything. So for those of you who are in the path of totality, I'm praying for you. I'm hoping that you get to see the eclipse yourself if you haven't seen one before. And welcome to my new member. I know I have a new member. I don't remember your name. But anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you stick around, comment, like, and all that good stuff. All right, I will talk to you later with my rambling behind. Bye-bye. And may God bless you all.